Blessed MomEze, and in today's video I am going to share with you some things that you can do before your baby arrives so that hopefully your time postpartum will go a little bit smoother and be a little less stressful and a lot more joy-filled. So let's jump right in. So the first thing is to prep some meals for the freezer, and this is really nice to know that your family is going to get to be fed nutritious and delicious meals without you having to be in the kitchen every night making dinner. And believe me, your kids and your husband are going to thank you that they're not having to eat cold cereal and PB&J every night for dinner. So, and also another thing to consider, it does not just have to be dinner. You can also freeze snack type things like muffins or banana breads or things like that, as well as breakfast things, French toast, pancakes. Those all cook up, batch cook those. Yeah, and then you can just heat those up really easy in the toaster oven or in the microwave, and then voila, your kids have breakfast. You have breakfast without it having to just be cold cereal again or something like that. The next thing is to clear your schedule, and so this would include working out your maternity leave time if you are working prior to having your baby, arranging for childcare for your older kids, who's going to take them to and from school or other activities, who is going to manage your other responsibilities if you are involved in any other groups or organizations like churches or other things like that. Just making sure that you've worked out someone to take your place and to fill in for you while you are recovering from having your baby. Alright, the next one is to set up the nursery. So this would include, pre-washing any clothes or sheets, cloth diapers if you're planning on using those, putting together the crib or the bassinet, decorating, and just being able to make your baby have a fun little spot that baby can call its own, and that you can just kind of get in that nesting mode and get ready for baby's arrival. Alright, the next thing is to stock up on paper products, and this one is really, really nice because stock up on specifically bowls, plates, and plastic silverware so that you don't have to worry about dishes. You can use them and then throw them away and not have to worry about dishes. That's something that's super duper helpful. Alright, the next thing is to pack your hospital bag or gather together your items for your home birth kit, so that everything is all set up and you know that the moment that you've confirmed that labor started, that you are ready to go, your bags are ready, your birth kit is ready, and then you can just enjoy that new season of your life that's about ready to begin. Alright, the next thing is to find some good books or audios or movies, TV shows that you can use to keep yourself occupied while you're in bed recovering from baby, so that you can so those hours will tick by a little bit faster as you're laying in bed. And it's always helpful then maybe you later on in your recovery time, maybe not so much initially, but later on when you feel like but I want to get up, I want to do this, I want to do that, but that your body still needs to be in bed resting and recovering, then you can use something to kind of distract yourself and catch up on that TV show that you've been wanting to, or to read that book that your friend has suggested but you haven't had a chance to, or whatever. Alright, so the next thing is to pre-package in individual size containers some snacks, both for older siblings as well as then for you. That you can just kind of grab that little package of pretzels or chips or raisins or trail mix or nuts or whatever. So whether that be that you buy already pre-packaged items from somewhere like Costco or something like that, or if you just buy a big bag of pretzels and then you take it and and put them as those in individual size Ziploc baggies or something like that. But something so that it's easy for older kids. You can say go to the snack bucket and they can go pick something out, and you already know that it's a reasonable amount that they are going to be eating, instead of giving them the entire bag of raisins or whatever, and then you might have some problems and things like that. So the next thing is to purchase only the things that are really essential for that first little bit of time after baby comes. So things like diapers and wipes, you will go through a ton of those probably way more than you thought you would. Just a couple outfits, some swaddle blankets, a crib or bassinet, or side sleeper, if you're planning on co-sleeping, car seat, things like bottles and formula if you're planning to bottle feed, or nursing pillow and nursing pads if you are going to be breastfeeding. Just kind of those things that are kind of basic, and you can always buy more things later. And also, you know what, you are probably going to get gifted a lot of things, so don't worry about having to have every single gadget, everything that you think you possibly might ever need for the baby. Don't stress yourself out, don't get overwhelmed with that, but just get the essentials and you can go from there. Alright, the next item is to write out your birth plan. So this would include things like who is going to be present at the birth, who is going to be notified when you go into labor and when baby arrives, who's going to be caring for older siblings while you are having the baby, your plan if you're having a home birth, your plan of when you want to be transferred, if that is necessary, or hospital birth, what type of interventions when, if you want an epidural or not, just things like that, so that everyone is on the same page about what your desires are. And this is not a guarantee that your birth is going to go exactly how you've written it out, but at least it's written down and everyone can know what it is that you are expecting to have happen, so that they can help to make that happen, and so that hopefully you can get a birth that's as close as possible to the birth that you want. Alright, the next thing is to chat with experienced moms and to just glean from their wisdom of those that have gone before you, and just to be able to pick up their little nuggets of wisdom and things that they have learned along the journey of being a mommy. Alright, the next thing is to arrange for help after baby comes. So whether this is from friends or from family, or if you get more professional help from a postpartum doula, someone like myself, just someone to be able to come in and to help with just kind of keeping the household running, so that it doesn't turn into a big disaster, keeping up on laundry, keeping up on dishes, caring for older kids, helping to take care of pets, run errands for you, keeping up with meals, just kind of being able to manage the household somewhat, so that you can be in bed resting and recuperating and recovering and bonding with baby. And if you'd like more specific ideas of things that family and friends can do for after baby comes, I will put a link in the description box of another video that I have done that lists 8 specific ways that family and friends can help out after baby is born, and hopefully that will jumpstart your idea list and help you to be able to properly delegate the help that you have. Alrighty, and the last thing on my list is just to savor the last moments of your pregnancy with baby still inside you. Savor those moments with your husband, with your older kids, before all of your guys' world is going to change, and change for the better, but at the same time it is going to change the family dynamic and just the way that you relate to each other and the way that you interact. So I just encourage you guys to savor the moments that you have with one another. Alright guys, so that's what I have, hopefully some practical tips on things that you can do before baby arrives to be a bit more prepared. So I hope that you enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more of my content, be sure to subscribe and make sure that you hit that notification bell so that you know whenever I release a new video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Goodbye!